Welcome back to another episode in the Tennessee Titans franchise, Season 4, Week 2, home game against the Texans. In this franchise here is a little bit of a slower franchise. I just like to take my time and really go into depth in preparation for the games, analyze teams, and so on and so forth. For a quicker experience, do check out the NFL Rejects. Apart from that, let's dive straight in. This week we don't have any events to take care of. I want to show you the team salaries before we do anything else, because I mentioned contract negotiations. So here we go. These are the players that are in the last year of their deal. Robert Woods, Denzel Perriman, and Geno Smith, of course, are all mentors. So these, of course, only have one-year deals. I don't care about that. Tyjae Spears, my starting running back, this one's gonna be a question mark. I really want to keep him around. He's 25, 90 overall. I see a very promising future for him with us. The big question is, do we give him a big deal right now? How much will he want? Even bigger question, Treylon Burks, 26.88, my starting wide receiver. He's in the last year of a 5-year deal. I really like this player. I really like him, but when I look at what he wants per year, or what he's getting per year at the moment, 23.9 in 2026, yeah, that might be tricky to do, but we're gonna do our best here, right? Next up, Matt Juden, all right, another mentor, don't care about this one. Aaron Brewer, my backup center. I would like to keep him around. We're gonna have to see what we can give him. Josh Pascal, backup left edge, really like him as well. Would like to keep him around. And finally, Will Levis, my starting QB. He's now not on a big deal, all right? He's 27.79. He has a normal depth chart. That should help us in the negotiation part of this. But yeah, just looking at this, I've got 1, 2, and 3 critical, vital players that we really need to sort out this season. Looking at the top earners, in this season, we've got Jeffrey Simmons, we've got Treylon Burks, we've got Derrick Henry still on a very good deal here. We've got Tyjae Tart, we've got Nicholas Petit-Frere, Malik, Willis. So we have a quick drop off. We don't have that many very high earners, all right? I think that's the secret here. We have a very nice salary cap at the moment, so I think we can really move and shuffle here. But yeah, it is a question. What do we do with these players? Derrick Henry, for one, has a gigantic deal. I gave him that. I really don't regret it because I like King Henry. But of course, he's getting older. And at some point in time, we're really going to have to think about this one here. Jeffrey Simmons also on a very big deal. Will be in a contract year next year. We're going to have to think about this one here. What's the future? Is Adisa Isaac going to be ready to take over here? And how do we sort of phase that one in? But yeah, so as you can see, we're going to be dealing with a few contract negotiations this season that are going to be interesting. Next up, it's going to be a rival here, and we're going to be playing the Houston Texans. It's going to be a home game, so let's check out the roster immediately. CJ Stroud, superstar depth trait. QB, 24 years old, 99 overall. He's just so good. He's not really only good in real life. He's really good in game as well. He's absolutely blown everybody away, I would say. He's doing so much better than Bryce Young, and he was almost a little bit below him when people were talking about both. So really happy to see that. Gary Columbus and Artie Tyson are the backup QBs here. Both looking pretty nice, actually, I would say. But of course, CJ Stroud going to be the one to overcome here. Running back, Dameon Pierce, X Factor, maximum security. We've got Raheem Sanders with a superstar depth trait, and Zach Bass. This is an absolutely brutal running room. And I think we have to focus on stopping the run play as well as the pass play. This is going to be a very, very hard game. Fullback is Troy Hairston. Wide receivers, Tankdale, 26.89. Mike Williams, 31.86. Kean Graves, 22.81. Alonzo Rosemond, DeAndre McDougall, and Darren Brooks. Looking at this, of course, we've got 2 very good wide receivers. We've got a solid, very young wide receiver. Also, Alonzo Rosemond, I would also say 23.76. This is nice looking. But of course, pairing up STROUD with these receivers, that's going to be brutal. Dawson Knox at tight end, 29.88. We've got Dalton Schultz as well, and Bryson Nesbitt, who's not far off actually, 23.78. He's going to be the tight end number 2 at the end of the season, at the latest right there. So offensively, a lot of weapons, quality quarterback, very, very tricky. Left tackle, Laramie Tunsil, 32.94, super solid. Kingsley Suamataia as the backup player here. Great setup. Tunsil will leave, and then Suamataia will take over without any loss in quality. Left guard, Kenyon Green. Behind him, Jimmy Monroe. Also very, very good left guard here. At center, we've got Juice Scruggs, 26.78. Behind him, Bradley Bozeman. Right guard, it's Shaq Mason, 33.82. Behind him, Damon Rushing. That's a rookie. Nice name, by the way. Ladarius Green, 25.72. Good setup. Shaq Mason will leave, and then Damon Rushing will be able to take over for the time being. It's so Shaq Mason, super solid. Right guard, right tackle, Ruben Fathery, the second, and Donald Derby. This one is not that crazy high, but the strength again, 86, solid for the right tackle. So I think it's a good choice right there. On defense, we're going to be facing Will Anderson Jr., superstar, depth trade, 24.99. He is scary, man. Philip Moorhead, that's a rookie, well drafted, I would say, 22.75. Hidden depth trade, I'm going to say yikes right there. I'd love to have a player like this here, for instance, all right? Looking at you, Jeffrey Simmons. Looking at you, Jeffrey Simmons. All right, right edge, Harrison Phillips, 30.84. Shamar Stewart, another good player right here. And Demarius Ware. What about this one here? He does have a star depth trade. I really am thinking a lot about trades right now, especially looking at next season. You know, players running out of the contract, so I have to think about here. Thomas Booker IV, the D-tackle. Behind him, Malcolm Lynch, 22.77. Another really good-looking player. He does have a normal depth trade, but is absolutely nice looking. Kurt Hinish, just as the third one here. The linebackers, Josh Allen, 29.88. Brutal, man. Demarius McKenzie, 23.72. All right, that's a good backup. Mid linebacker is Miles Jack. He's an absolute wrecking ball, all right? He doesn't have any of those abilities, but look at that. He's an award winner anyways and a mentor. We've got Henry Tuoto here and John Kavanaugh. That's a rookie. Right outside linebacker, Christian Harris, 25.80. Behind him, Jonathan Quinton, one-year experienced player. So again, the defense is looking really good. Josh Allen, we're looking at Miles Jack and Christian Harris here as the linebackers. The corners, Derek Stingley Jr., Greg Newsome II joining from the... Is he coming from the Bengals? Let me just check this one out here. Cleveland Browns. That's where he came from. We've got Terrion Arnold, Nick Jones, and Larry Cooks. And apart from the, Larry Cooks, I think all of these here are very decent, solid cornerbacks, and both of these are very, very good. Super scary. Free safety, Reed Blankenship, 27.83. All right, Pat McCartney as a backup. Strong safeties, Jalen Peter, 27.89. Jack Howell as a backup. Kicker, Jared Hartman. Punter, J.K. Scott. He looks like a baby, by the way. All right, whatever. Weekly strategy. How do we deal with such a versatile team here? Again, I think we have to focus on stopping the pass. All right, the short pass, that's our best bet to really get things done here. I'm going to stick with the starters. I do feel like that is something that should work here. Get some upgrades in there. I will be looking at the backups here. Adisa Isaac, let's just try and buff him as much as we can. D-tackle, Ford as well. Who else do we want to buff? Is there anybody in here where I rather think we should buff the backup? No, not really. All right, so offensive game plan. What do we do here? Certainly not throwing it deep. Why would I? Why would I do that? All right, let's go this one. Run inside, player health. Let's take a quick look here. All right, offensive line. Let's go with the starters. Looking at yeah, no, that's basically. I think the starters are my best bets, anyways. Here for the most part. Very happy with this. The team profile, right? We've got that down. Next up, let's take a look here at the weekly game plan. Let's get an interception. I think that should be doable. We're going to allow 24 points or less. Yeah, yikes, that might be tricky. 300 offensive yards should be doable. And let's try and win the turnover battle. Yeah, why not? I like the suggestion. Let's be aggressive here. All right, so we have one injury. Kyle Phillips with a back strain. Luckily, that's not going to be too hard on us because he's going to be back in a week. And here we go. We're going to see if we can't get Caleb Palmer involved a little bit more. I always keep an eye on how many points they get in the experience the development window here, because if they get a lot of points, it's usually an indicator for them having a high dev trade. Otherwise, it's going to be star dev trade. So there we go. Tyjae Spears, man, I just can't see any way past keeping him around and past really doing everything we can. Treylon Burks, it's the same thing. I mean, he's been my starting wide receiver. He's still pretty young. Why not go in here, all right? Graham Barton gets an upgrade. We're going to be spending a lot of points here, by the way, now, because we got 1,000 experience points in the last game. We had a scenario there. We didn't really hit the game plan goal directly, but we did manage to achieve a very nice win here, so we did get the opener. JL Skinner gets an upgrade here. I'm just looking to get everybody to be a scheme fit. After that, I will be upgrading the staff. Antwane Wells Jr., also such a good player, really. Since coming in, he's just been absolutely fantastic. And this is what I'm loving. A lot of these players, I would really call them homegrown. It's either we drafted them or we brought them in at a very tender age, all right? Glenn Sprinkle is 24 now, so he's not really super young anymore. But, you know, I'd rather bring in players like this instead of bringing in, I don't know, a 27-year-old superstar X Factor or whatever, having to go all out with the trade or all in, whichever way you want to see this. So yeah, this is the way I prefer to do franchise series. So final upgrades for Robert Woods here. Also, Bobby Trees is what they sometimes call him. All right, I'm going to be doing managed staff now next, along with you guys. So what did we do here? Let me just check out the head coach here. All right, I think it's staff modifications. Is this the additional focus player? Where do I get to reveal the dude? Slow ratings? No. Reveal a hidden deficit. Yeah, we're not going to hit that. We're not going to get that many points. That actually sucks a little bit. But yeah, okay. I have went for the staff modifications to get those a little bit cheaper overall. We're going to focus on the offensive development now. The points that we spend here, sometimes it really just kicks you in the nuts because the coordinator leaves and you're kind of left with a completely open tree. That really isn't exactly what I want to see. But yeah, the defensive coordinator, I haven't put any points in here at all yet. That is not great. But I do feel like, again, the quarterback guru, this is something that we should try and really get the most out of. Just get Will Levis, our quarterback, as pumped and as improved as we can. All right, everything done. We're going to head into the game now. It's a home game against the Texans. Welcome back to another game here in Nissan Stadium. It's a rain game, actually. All right, there we go. Players spotlight. Who's this going to be? Chig Okonkwo. There we go. My tight end last week, he had 114 receiving yards, a touchdown, 7 receptions. He was really good. Texans lining up in the away uniform, blue helmet, white jersey, blue pants, of course. Coming out onto the field first here. We're always battling this team, always have in this franchise series here. And here come the Tennessee Titans. Again, this season we're going with the Color Rush uniforms 1 and 2. Gonna be unicolor. I just really like using those and just to maybe shake it up a little bit here. Since this is sort of a derby situation where the Houston Texans are here, I'm using the Oilers helmet, which actually goes pretty nicely with the light blue uniforms here. Prepare for the kickoff. We might have to think about really going for more run plays here due to the slippery nature of the ball in rain games. Lining up very tightly, let's go. Tyjae Spears, first run of the day. And that is going to be a first down, all right. Couldn't stop him in time. Looking very nicely. In case you're interested, do check up on the Tennessee Titans, the Houston Oilers, all of that. It's really pretty interesting, actually. Because it was the Houston Oilers, then it was the Tennessee Oilers, then it was the Tennessee Titans, and the Oilers were kind of left over. And then it was the Texans in Houston. So there we go. A little bit of a history lesson there in case you're interested. Oh, that was overthrown. That was overthrown sadly because Amari Rodgers, I would have liked that one. I really would have liked that one. Let's try mesh spot here. Come on, Will. Focus. Treylon Burks. We've got Colton Dowell. We've got Chig Okonkwo. Going left, right, and center. There we go. Very nice. Colton Dowell. Very robust player. I like this one. I like him a lot. I had him in the practice squad for I don't know how long. Never really used him. Then I had dragged him up because we had a lot of injuries on the receiving core. Yeah, I was waiting for him to open up, but the middle linebacking group was there. Miles Jack again. Hard to beat. Hard to beat. All right, we're gonna punt. Rather 36, and I don't really want to chase the game too early on. I fully expect them to get something out of this one here. There we go. This is Fletcher, side tackle. Just kind of slowing him down here. CJ Stroud coming onto the field. He's proven that he belongs in the NFL now. Really proven that. Right, here we go. Defense turns it over. Wow. Big deal. I think the rain is really hindering both teams a little bit. What's the game day factor? Bogged down. Oh, they run slightly slower. All right, that explains Amari Rodgers. Because usually he's a very quick player. Very quick to get into position. Last week, 88 yards, 1 touchdown. Tyjae Spears usually not a player that gets a bazillion yards, but it's just the yards that he gets, those are important. Rodgers, I'm going to be looking for Whyle. Or am I? Nah, going to be looking for Amari Rodgers, who is going to be away here. Oh, there we go. I stiff-armed it, and he's going to be into the end zone. There we freaking go. There we freaking go, man. McKenzie was giving chase, but Amari Rodgers, who I was just talking about before, gets into the end zone here. What a fantastic play. What a fantastic play. I really like this one. All right, he was free. He had a yard on number 5 who kind of messes up the tackle and then just gets enough on the defender to push him out of the way. Come on, defense. All right, here we go. Field goal for the Texans. Inside zone, a left-hand side. Slight curve for Tyjae Spears. If we get through, then we should be able to get some yards here, and it's close to a first down, 9 yards on that run. 89 total yards. There, halfback dive, just a straight ahead bull run. Will Levis going to be handing it off, and kaboom. Yeah, there we go. Get the first down and a few more yards. Stop that to 38. Jaelyn Peter was covering him before here. That was Amari Rodgers on the catch. And he kind of, I think it was just, I don't know if it was the tackle at the wrong time, but he just kind of lunged. And as soon as he was lunging, Amari Rodgers was away. Tried to go outside, not happening. 39 was there. That's Henry Tuotuo. Only 2 yards on this one. Let's try an ISO. Just straight ahead run. Straight ahead. There we go. Kablooey! And Tyjae Spears moving out. 3rd and 5. Alright, 2-minute warning hits us. 7-3. We're moving ahead quite fluently here, but I feel like we're going to try the verticals now. Again, Okonkwo has my favorite route. Right? I'm going to go with Rodgers, who's sort of the safety valve right there. But if I can get... yeah, number 39 was there. Who is that man? Is that 2-0-2-0? Yeah, that is. That's him. He was just covering him very well. And I think it's the reduced run speed that kind of messed that one up. I'm going to be looking to hit the far left part of the field, obviously. As Ryan Stonehouse is going to punt it. And we've got a run. Come on, Kirby Joseph. And it's in the end zone. CJ Stroud going to get the ball at the 20. Still in the first quarter. Again, another turnover. Fantastic stuff by the defense, man. Let's try and hit them quickly. All right, let's try and hit him quickly. I'm looking to get Okonkwo as soon as he hits the gridiron. There we go. Wow, what the hell was that? Thrown behind him? I felt like it wasn't. I felt like it was good. Right, I'm going to be stubborn here. I want to get this. Colton Dowell, Chig Okonkwo. Maybe a run play would be a slightly better option here. Perfect accuracy and out of reach. Alright, coverage is good today, but the rain is certainly not helping. Players that usually would be better are kind of playing weirdly. Alright, I'm going to be looking for Okonkwo again. He should get free. Rodgers is also in there. Burks has the long route. I only don't expect him to get there. Come on, go, 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 go. And Chig Okonkwo catches it. He catches it, which is a combination of gets it and catches it. Just for those that are interested. There we go. Finally, the route works out. Oof. Here it was there. The ball was wobbly and in the air, so we had to really control the catch. Moorhead here gets into contact with Levis. But we kind of survived that one. Let's go with these verticals here. Okonkwo, if we can get him back there, that's an easy touchdown. We're in the second quarter, by the way. In the first half. Yeah, now. 39, really good coverage. I have to say, Henry To'oTo'o last season, pretty good looking already. But this season, he is really, really extremely good. All right. Can we get Spears here? I'm not sure. All right, looks like it. Let's get some good blocks in here. Number 77, that's Skoronski. He wasn't really there. But we push forward. 3rd and 1. I like it. Verticals. We need a yard. We need a yard. So let's do some quick reshuffling here. I don't think that they'll follow up on this one, but Burks, Dowell, and Spears are showing signs of fatigue here. 1st and goal, 27 yards. We're 27 seconds. I mean, we're gonna use a timeout now. I always kick myself when I kind of lose track of the time here. So we're gonna go with a Z spot. Those give me options here. Dowell going towards the far end. Rodgers is very close here. Burks is the player that I like to go with here. That is a weird throw, actually. Number 25. All right, let's see. Let's go with the Z spot again. 23 seconds. Let's try and get Tyjae Spears in here. Oof! And that is a very quick one. Miles Jack again. 37. Straight run. Just boom into me. Alright, well, rain games are always a different kind of beast. What do we do here? We've got Burks. We've got Rodgers. Looking for Dowell. Maybe Spears is going to be the best one to go with. There we go. There we go. Well done, Treylon Burks. And who else but him would have been able to catch that one? I really, really, really want to hold on to him. But I'm going to have to think hard about what I want to pay him. 20 mil per season, 7-year deal, that's 140 total. He's young still, so he should be able to stick with us for quite some time. And, ooh, that was a quick hit back. Didn't see that one coming. All right. Can we kind of surprise them here with a super clever play? Let's go this. Play action boot X. Looking for Rodgers. I just want to see if we can hit him back there. Ooh, no, that was a bad throw by Levis. All right. 5 and 13 today on the passing. I don't think anybody's not expecting this one here. Rain games are usually hard. And usually make it pretty rough on the catching part here. All right. 14 and 6. It's not the worst. This kick hits us kind of outside of the end zone. And Will Levis gets the ball back at the 23-yard line. 3 minutes 57 still to be played in this third quarter. So, inside zone, left-hand side. We're going to start with some run plays against Spears. Has rested well. Come on. There we go. Oh, and who else but frickin' Henry Toto, man. Really feels like he's everywhere at the moment. Hard to get past him. Hard to get past him. Josh Whyle, Treylon Burks has a really nice route. I don't think I'll have enough time though. Whyle forwards, boom, hard hit, but 1st and 10. And it's 6 and 14 for Will Levis, but still 114 yards. All right, I think that says a lot. His quality really is there, and I actually on the negotiation part with Will Levis, I actually don't care. I'm gonna pay him whatever he wants. I just want him to stick around. 2nd and 5. Tyjae Spears. I'm so happy with what Will Levis is doing. He's just really, he has that throw power. The accuracy is coming quite nicely. And it's just a really, really great job that he's doing here. And I would actually completely put it on him that we went with the Super Bowl in the 2nd season. And had a very good season last season. So Josh Whyle goes off into the tunnel. I don't think that's the best sign right there. Let's go with the dagger. Let's mix it up a little bit. I know what I said about the passing, but we just need to keep mixing it up. Otherwise, Tyjae Spears will grow tired very quickly. Boom. Chig Okonkwo being ushered out of bounds here. Everybody's happy with this one. I understand. I am as well. Halfback ISO. Again, a run play. Let's just keep that clock ticking, clock running. And let's see what'll happen with Josh Whyle, my 2nd tight end. Let's hope it's nothing too bad. 2nd and 6. Abdominal tear. Crud. Just as I said it. All right. Well, Noah Clancy's not horrible either, right? I was looking at the free agents at the beginning of the season. I did that off screen or off camera, whichever way you want to put it. And there were really interesting options in there in case of really season-ending injuries. I don't think an abdominal tear usually is season-ending, so it's going to be, I don't know, 5 or 6 games. Then he should be back anyways. We're going to work with Clancy up until then. If we pick up another injury, we have to add another tight end. And I did see Tyler Higbee in there. And me being a Rams fan, of course, that is something that kind of lends itself, doesn't it? Close play action cross, 40 seconds in this third quarter. 14 and 6. Let's just keep trudging along here. Here we go. Amari Rodgers. What a turn. What a turn that was. I mean, it wasn't intended, all right? I'm going to be honest here. It was kind of, I tried to go left. The player pushed me from the left and into the right, so that was fun. But yeah, let's just focus on Amari Rodgers here for a second. Though he goes straight. He's in acres of space. Ball comes, super nice throw. And I tried to go outside, and he kind of spins me inside, making number 38 miss that tackle, the initial tackle. Ah, that was fun. That was a nice one. All right, here we go. Tyjae Spears, 26 seconds to be played. Clock has stopped, obviously, due to the injury. And here's a tip from me. In the past, I used to press R1 or sprint immediately when starting a run play. Now, I just give myself the first few yards without doing that. Right? Why? Well, quite simple. The base idea here is to find the route and then speed into it, right? If you press sprint immediately, you have a harder time of kind of turning the corner, finding those spots. So yeah, just try it out yourself. For me, it was really a game changer. I couldn't believe that I had been doing it wrong in air quotes, all right? There's no right and wrong when playing a game, all right? Just enjoy it. But yeah, still. Boom. King Henry gets his first touchdown. And here we go. I love the dude to bits. I really do. I can't make myself cut him from the team. At least yet. I don't know what I'm going to do when he regresses further. I love the regression that you can really hike up. And I really have it hiked up, I think, past 30. And then, you know, the older players get the more regression hits. So we're going to have to look here what happens. He's 75 now. He was 99 when I started. So, yeah, 3 seasons in. And he's gone down by 24 points. Pretty brutal. Speaking of brutal, our defense turns it over. And that is awesome. Especially taking into consideration that we don't have X factors galore on defense. We've got normal players, all right? Just regular dudes. Chig Okonkwo takes a seat here. That would be bad, right? Noah Clancy's my starting tight end now, so we're gonna try and give us some time here. But my tight end plan is sort of materializing here. Tyjae Spears with an injury. Rain game's usually rough on fitness. Physios are out. Well, this could be... Ooh, foot sprain. All right. Let's give him time to come back. Chris McAdams will be taking over the inside zone. He is my second highest rated running back at 77. I like him. Nice pickup right there. 7 yards, gets a first down. He has the Axiom helmet, the new one. That Ezekiel Elliott is using it as well, by the way. Halfback dive. Let's just give him some plays here. Some attempts to push into enemy territory. Yikes! 41 coming from the left. That's Allen. 39 coming from the right. That's 2-0 situation that I wouldn't like to be in myself, to be honest. 2 minutes 14. We're close to the 2-minute mark. Just gonna get a run play away. Do we want to do that before? Now we're gonna let the clock run down to the 2-minute warning, and then we're gonna start it again. We're gonna start with a run play, of course. I don't like, you know, going too hard on this clock management here. I just like to play the game and play as much as I can. On the other hand, why take away a possible advantage, right? Chris McAdams, 3rd and 6, timeout called. This is the advantage that I mean. They had to call the timeout now. If I would have gone for this play before, probably only one timeout needed. Now they're going to go for a second one, I reckon. Yeah, we're going to get a first down? No. Alright, so with the suggestion is a bench pivot here. I mean, I kind of like the thought process. And I think we should go for it. We're at the 35. We're really enough points away, so even the turnover wouldn't hurt us too much. Henry now stepping up here in the tight end position. Safe catch. Jaelyn Duncan, my right tackle, my backup right tackle going down. And this is it. The season is starting for real. We kind of got kicked in the nuts by the injury gods on the playoff run last time. But let me just check out the depth chart real quick. On the offensive line, I feel like the CPU is probably doing a weird job here. Dylan McMahon, Graham Barton. Jaelyn Duncan's out. Graham Barton should be able to take over. Skoronski, Joe Alt, Petit-Frere's out injured. I'm going to be putting Chandler Brewer here. And going to be slotting in Netane and Muti behind him. I think that is a good one here. Plus, again, I'm going to be giving my wide receiver rookie some playtime here. Let's rest up some of my other players here. I don't want to risk injuries. All right, that is my main focus here. Whoops! There we go. Quick takedown. 2nd and 9 at the 29. Final timeout for the Houston Texans. And now it's all about hurting them, alright? First off, we're going to start by getting the clock running again. And if we can get another touchdown, that's another first down, that's great. But Tyjae Spears was slow to go, alright? He was feeling a little bit sluggish. That might be the rain. We're going to substitute here. I already fixed that, by the way, so let's go with an ISO. And again, I want to see the double slant move here. Palmer and Antwane Wells Jr. Noah Clancy. So you can see I'm using backup players here. Ooh, that was almost actually a pickoff motion that he had here, right? 94 Will. Again. Let's get that clock running. I don't expect a first down here, but you know, just get 3 to 4 yards. That is good enough for me. Good enough for me. Inside zone, 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. He just said it. A wheel post rag. Do I see a better one? Try the inside zone. Let's just go with this one here. We should find a gap, and we do. All right, first down at the 6, 28 yards. Halfback dive. Clock runs down a little bit. Dragon spacing. Caleb Palmer. Come on, my man. Whoops. Number 37. Miles Jack was there. All right. Kind of threw it at the worst time, but we stopped the clock at the 11, and I can absolutely work with that. Let's get Caleb Palmer back there. I'd love to get him another touchdown here. And there we go. We do just that. Will Levis safely protected in the pocket there. And Caleb Palmer, number 82. Can we get him revealed? Let's see. Let's see. Maybe I could use him as my slot wide receiver and just get him on the field more just for the time being. Gonna give a think. Gonna have a think about that one. Will Levis. Such a solid QB. And there we go. 28 versus 6. Again, it's a home game. Alright, let's not get too crazy about this one here. But we can be very happy with this season start. Very confident with the way the team is performing, the way the team is playing. Really great job by everybody involved. Player stat time. Again, rain games are usually pretty rough in terms of completion rates. 54% completion rate, but still 167 yards, 118 the rating, 4 touchdowns. I mean, let's be serious here, all right? Tyjae Spears, 94 yards. No touchdowns, though. Chris McAdams, 15. It was important that he was there, all right? Amari Rodgers, 86. Very nice. 1 touchdown. Mike Williams, 39. Chig Okonkwo, 38. And an injury. Let's hope it's nothing bad. Down here, Josh Whyle, Tyjae Spears, Treylon Burks, and Caleb Palmer. 6 yards, but a touchdown. And Derrick Henry also chipping in here. Very nice. Solo tackles, Kenneth Murray Jr. Total tackles, Jaelyn Petra. Tackles for loss, 1 for Miles Jack. 1.5 sacks, Jeffrey Simmons, and 1.5 for James Houston IV. He's still got it, man. Jeffrey Simmons still got it. 1 interception for Sonny Styles. That's nice. And on the kicking, Evan McPherson. No field goals, but those extra points. Perfection. Week 2. 28-6 versus the Houston Texans. We're going to be taking the top spot unless the Colts win against the Jags, who have had a weird start to the season, I would say. We picked up another injury. Who is that going to be? Let's take a look here. All right, 3 weeks Nicholas Petit-Frere. Kyle Phillips will be back next week. All right, and 3 weeks for Josh Whyle. Abdominal tear. All right, we still have 2 tight ends left right now. Noah Clancy and Chig Okonkwo. Luckily, no injury for them. We could also backfill here, so that should work quite well. I would be putting the rookie as my slot wide receiver just to give him some more playtime. I'll really try and get him revealed because he's been playing very solid, right? He's not feeling like one of your usual run-of-the-mill rookie wide receivers, all right? So pretty happy with this one. Chuffed about the start. Really chuffed. 2 rough teams, the Commanders and the Texans. We come out victorious. The next 2 weeks will be decisive in sort of determining the way the season's going to go. Away against the Giants and then away against the Steelers. The Giants, pretty balanced team. The Steelers, very solid on defense as always. And yeah, speaking of as always, hope you enjoyed the game. Do drop a like. Please subscribe. Means a lot to me. And here it comes. As always, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you a lot. And with that said, see you next time.